Well, good day. I'm Dwayne Matz, and this is today's living word. It comes from Nehemiah chapter 2, looking at verses 1 through 3. And it came to pass in the month of Nisan, in the 20th year of King Artaxerxes, when wine was before him, that I took the wine and gave it to the king. Now, I had never been sad in his presence before. Therefore the king said to me, "Why is your face sad, since you are not sick? This is nothing but sorrow of heart." So I became dreadfully afraid. And I said to the king, "May the king live forever. Why should my face not be sad when the city, the place of my father's tombs, lies waste and its gates are burned with fire?" That's Nehemiah 2, 1 through 3. And Nehemiah was one of the Jews that were taken away in captivity by the Babylonians, and he landed the job of the king's cupbearer. His job was simple: taste the wine before giving it to the king to drink, making sure it wasn't poisoned. If it was poisoned, well, bye-bye, Nehemiah. That was his job. He served King Artaxerxes for 12 years in that capacity, 12 years of living one sip at a time, and he never came to the king with a sad face. And the king noted this one-time change of mood and wanted to get to the bottom of it. Was Nehemiah sick? No. But the king rightfully ascertained that Nehemiah's sadness was sorrow of heart, which was expressing itself through his countenance. And the king wanted to know what brought on his sadness. And Nehemiah became dreadfully afraid, because for his reason for sadness was the mistreatment of the remnant Jews in the southern kingdom and the blighted condition of the city of Jerusalem under the Babylonians. I think we've all been in that place of a stomach churning fear brought on by a call to speak out. And we're compelled to say something, uh, but we worry about how our words are going to be received. Well, Nehemiah was called upon to answer a direct question from a king that could lop off his head if he so desired. Should Nehemiah lie when asked why so downcast, and give perhaps the most popular answer to such a question? "How are you doing?" "I'm fine." Or should he spill his guts out with what he really is going through, namely the desecration of his church? With trembling lips, he opts for the latter, and he starts out with a sincere wish for the king. May he live forever. And then he said, "I'm sad because my church and its main city, Jerusalem, is in dire need of reparations. The walls of the city are broken down." Well, this was a physical problem, but it's meant to be a picture for churches of all time of a spiritual problem. Walls with missing bricks are not just that physical problem, a picture of spiritual problems that occur when the world and its doctrines have free access to the church. Trendy sins of the world can come and go as they please, and history tells us that's exactly what happens. The latest trend in churches these days is the promotion of transgenderism. But before that, we had things like gay preachers, gay marriages, fornication, and it's going to get a lot worse as we keep moving toward Judgment Day. 2 Timothy 3, beginning at verse 1, says this, "But know this, that in the last days perilous times will come. For men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, unloving, unforgiving, slanderers, without self-control, brutal, despisers of good, traitors, headstrong, haughty, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying its power, and from such people turn away." Get away from these churches. Turn away from them and find a church that holds to the truths and inerrancy of Scripture. I'm Dwayne Matz. That's today's living word.